Hello everyone on the YouTube. Today I am just trying to help other people, and probably I'm helping myself by making this video for future reference. I'm trying to use this universal motor that came off from the washing machine with a dimmer switch to control the speed of this universal motor. So I'm just gonna go through with a couple of wiring and how it works, and hopefully it will help someone doing some project, right? Um, Basically, universal motor. This is an AC universal motor. It consists on the brushes as well. So these brushes are replaceable. You can actually get them on eBay or any other hardware shop that actually supplies. Well, probably you have to look for it. Anyways, there is two wires, which is green wire and the yellow wire that is connected to the other brush. This is your These two wires are used to control various speed in the washing machine. When you set up the programs, it actually slows down or tells the machine when to go fast. This is no good anyway. So what I did is just knock them off. You can even cut it off if you want to, which I might do. So all you need is this wire or this yellow wire from another brush, which you can see there, and you need a coil wire, which is these coil here connected inside, and you need the live wire from the motor. Now you don't need these field wires. They are field wires, you don't need them, so you can knock them off or put it whichever way you want to. All you need is this brush wire, this brush wire, and the coil and the live of the motor. You do have to, this basically, either you use this brush, the difference between using this coil wire or this wire is, if I use this one, the right hand side, it will go anti-clockwise. The shaft will rotate anti-clockwise. And if I will use this one, it will go clockwise. So in my situation, I am making a soil shifter. I will which upload the video soon enough. Of course, again, not a new thing, but I did myself and I would like to share it. And this one I'm using for anti-clockwise. So what you need to do is basically this one of the brush wire become your a neutral wire from the mains. I'll explain you this as well. So one of the brush wire and the coil wire, you need to put them together like this. You need to connect them together. It's called, basically, in other words, you have to jump them together to make this washing machine run. If you don't do this, if you skip this part, it won't work. You don't need the coil, field coil wires, so you just wrap them up. And you don't need this. So this and this is out of the situation. Now what you, of course, as I said, these are connected together now. I want anti-clockwise. If I want clockwise, then I will just literally take off this yellow wire from there, the yellow wire from here, and connect my green to green. Okay, so what I did is, so the wire coming from the one of the brushes, imagine as a neutral wire. Okay, that will connect to your main switch in neutral. Okay, so neutral connect to one of the brush wire, and one is connected with the coil wire. The live from the machine is going into the dimmer switch, as you can see. Again, I'll show you. I'm trying to go nice and slow so people can get some information from that. So that's live wire from the motor is going into this socket, into this point, sorry, right? Because this is called switch live, basically what you want to switch. So you want to switch this motor, so the live of this motor going into the switch point. Now there are 3 sockets. Please don't get confused with that. You don't need this socket. You do not put anything in it, right? So what I did then, maybe I could be wrong, maybe you can use this one as well. I don't have really that much knowledge. Now what you do is then the live coming from your plug goes into the live, which is L1. This is main live wire that you will be switching in here. So that goes in here. And then basically you're receiving the live current and then giving it through here to turn on this machine from the dimmer switch when you turn in and out. I'll show you in a minute. Of course, the earth, never forget about the earth, goes to the back to the body. So you got your neutral from the motor, which is brush wire, neutral of the plug. Then you have your live wire going into the dimmer switch option, and then live 1 is your live, which is coming from here. I'll show you this diagram. It might help you more as well. You can pause the video and have a look yourself. That might help you guys. Sorry about this camera is moving a lot because I'm trying to hold and make the movie as well. So live, which is your main live coming from the socket and going into this dimmer. Okay, this is, imagine this is your plug, and that's live is coming and going in this live 1. Don't need this option. Okay, this is your switch live, which means what you want to switch on. So that's where it gets connected. Okay, this, and then you got your earth. Basically it's saying you can put this, use as a earth, but I don't need it because from the socket the earth I'm connecting directly anyway to the body. I could use that probably as well, but I haven't tried it. Now this is just something I said I will just show you guys. Any suggestions or anything else that somebody wants to say it, not in a negative way, in an information and knowledge way, I will accept that, because there is a lot of people in this world who encourage you very little and try to put you down a lot. So this is something that I thought I might take time and explain you. I'll just show you how it will work. Now there is another socket, the diagram of a socket, it might be helpful for somebody else. It's called two-way switching. So this is your diagram for it. If you are going to use it for something, you can read about it and you can see the wiring. It's two-way switching from your dimmer to the switch and then to the light. Might be helpful for someone. Now I'll show you how it turns on. I'm going to put down my phone and I'll show the various speed on the motor, and might help for someone. I'm going to plug, of course you have to plug it out, everything. Sorry, I'm in my kitchen because it's really cold outside. It's freezing outside, so I had to come inside. Now, of course, the switch is turned off at the moment. That's my wire that goes in here. None of the wire is touching to each other, of course. And I'll just show you. I'm gonna turn on the mains. Now one more thing about this, I was initially trying to check if my motor is working. So I was using the lithium battery from my drill. Now same thing I was trying to test with this, but it was not supporting. The dimmer does not support this. In case you think there's something wrong either with this or the motor or the battery is gone, no, it does not. So it does not support that, right? If you follow the instruction I said, double check it before you do it, and if you're not sure, please get a professional electrician. So I'm gonna turn on this now and I'll show you the motor and the shaft. So folks, I hope this is helpful, and if you have any comments or any suggestions are welcome, and thank you for very much for your time. Peace.